Good morning. Today is officially day 52 of the FindUsCamping Crawl, and today also marks the final trip with everybody. So today, as Lisa's getting ready early in the morning, early, because I said yesterday we have a 6 o'clock departure time. We are headed to Pigeon Forge, and Pigeon Forge is our final stop of the crawl, and it's over.
No. Well, it's sad when you say it like that.
Well, it's over.
Well, it is, but it's been fun, though. We'll do it again next year. Or maybe we'll just do it again in January and go to Quartzsite. Shorter. I don't know that it's necessarily a shorter trip. I guess a little bit, but...
A bit shorter because we'll have to bring everybody back.
Right.
So
all we gotta do is get there.
This was a round trip. This was all the way out west and all the way back. And when we go to Quartzsite, it's just a Quartzsite. And then once we get to Quartzsite, we drop you off.
I mean, some of them might be coming back.
Well, we don't know where we're going from there.
I think we got to go home and then to Louisiana. And then the crawl starts all over again.
All over again. So if you guys liked all of these videos all the way up till today, make sure if you haven't watched them, make sure you go back and watch them so you can see everything that happened all the way through from day 1 to day 50, whatever I just said it was.
Well, then you're going to also have ones at Pigeon Forge.
Yes. So we still have Pigeon Forge. We're going to film. That's, a week long. Big camp out. Everybody's going to have fun in Pigeon Forge. And then we all say goodbye.
That's right.
So we're getting ready to load up. We already loaded most of the stuff up last night and get out of here.
Did everything, what, you got the power cord left? Is that it?
Power cord left. We have 8-hour drive to see everybody.
I had to find a jacket, though, because I'm cold this morning.
It's just cold because it's cold inside. It's not cold outside.
We'll see.
All right, so maybe we'll do a little bit of video on the way since it's an 8-hour drive. We'll talk to everybody.
Maybe I'll sleep.
It's not happening.
Pigeon also feel special.
Oh, Tim's going by traffic.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
Did he run right up to the road? I don't know where you stop. There's her truck. Welcome center's to the right. There's Derek and Mason.
It's like somebody filming right there.
Turn left, then turn right. Head south.
So as you guys can see, we were welcomed to Pigeon Forge RV Resort by the Welcome Committee.
We even had our own personal traffic director.
Yes, Tim stopped traffic out there. Just let everybody cross, which was good because I'm going to tell you, that is a hard place to get
Five of us in a row trying to get across, and if you've ever been to Sevierville, it's a busy place.
Yes, it was very busy out of there.
And then when you're trying to tow a camper across and there's 4 people behind you in the same predicament, it can get a little sketchy sometimes. But it was good. Campground was nice. Like their check-in process was nice. They had a good staging area. They were far enough off the road that even though there was 5 of us, we weren't hanging out into the street. So all of those are things that make a great first impression.
Which is a little different than some of the campgrounds we've been in because some of them, as we came through with the crawl, we had to sit on the main road to come in. So that made it a whole lot easier. They have a lot of room there for everybody to park and get situated.
And everybody was friendly. We got checked in, like everything right at the front. Everything was there. The pool, the jumping pillow, all the things were right there at check-in, even cabins and campsites. So it was, I don't know. It was, first impression was that it's good.
And we will go through this whole thing and do a whole campground tour later on. So we're not going to show you everything about the campground in this video, so you will have to keep watching.
Yeah, you'll get bits and pieces, but for the full thing, you'll want to watch.
You'll have to keep watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that button, ring the bell, like all that stuff you're supposed to do. That way you
Do all
know.
the things.
That way you'll know when that video comes out because you'll want to see this whole campground. It's pretty cool. We're thinking about coming back.
Yeah, we are. And this camp out is a very low key. We do have one day that is very much planned, pretty much all day long. The rest of it is just going to kind of be different things. So we have people with their kids, we have people with grandkids, we have people with no kids, we have people that are couples, we have people that are singles. So there's going to be different things that different people are going to want to do, right? So we don't want to make it feel like everybody has to be at every single thing, because we want people to be able to go and explore the area. I mean, it's Pigeon Forge, and there's going to be a lot of different interests across the group.
Which that's what happens in one of our minor campouts. Our minor campouts are the smaller groups, and our smaller groups, there's not a whole lot of planning. You go do what you want to do, and we'll see you guys later. Or if we
Right.
get everybody together, then we'll get everybody together. So you'll see that we got a lot of people together.
We
throughout
did,
the time.
and then like we had our crawl people, but then we had multiple other people that have joined us just in Pigeon Forge. They haven't been a part of the entire trip, but they're joining us here. And there's even some new people that we've never met before. So that's going to be fun. And there is someone, I guess there's one that's met us, but not really the rest of the group. So it's going to be fun to let everybody watch everybody kind of mesh and come together and meet one another and all the fun things. So start was coffee at our site first morning.
Always coffee.
Just and trying to get a group text together when we didn't have everybody's information was a little tricky, but we got the word out. We're gonna do coffee at our campsite morning number 1. Anybody that wants to come by. We're all just hanging out outside having coffee, which is a great opportunity for some of those new people to come and say hi. Not the whole group at one time, just kind of meet a few people. And in my opinion, that's easier. You know, it's easier to meet 5 or 6 people and then 5 or 6 more and 5 or 6 more until you meet the whole group than to be bombarded with the whole group all at one time. So
Correct.
breakfast at our site, coffee, morning number 1.
Then we all talked about maybe doing something tonight or that night and going to do some things. And then some of us went to dinner while some other people went to
Snow. The
Snow.
kids
Yes.
did snow. So I don't want to say the adults and the kids, but it was kind of like the people that had kids did. They have, I think it was called Snow, Tennessee, maybe Snow Pigeon Forge. I don't know.
Snow
I know
something.
Snow was in the name,
which
and
they
it was
probably don't get a lot of in Tennessee anyway.
right. So it was indoor snow tubing, and I think you bought like a package of an hour or 2 hours, and you could do the snow tubing, and then they had an area that was just, of course, man-made snow on the ground that they could play in the snow. I don't know if you build snowmen or whatever. Everybody that went seemed to have a really good time.
But we had more fun because we got a group of people and we went to go eat. So you know, we
before
love
we
to eat.
went to eat, we did moonshine.
You're supposed to sip it.
It tastes like a banana latte.
Here's a root beer.
Alright, these ones are different.
Okay.
Hey, you got to slow down a little bit. Gotcha.
They ain't got no wine.
I don't have any wine. I have to have wine
What kind
first.
of wine you want?
Not Sumner's Crest.
I love your blueberry wine.
It ain't his blue. It's not his blueberry.
We went to Tennessee Legend Distillery, I think is what it's called. And the people that worked there were great. I mean,
I didn't get any
they're handing
moonshine.
out samples of moonshine, so how bad? You
I
absolutely
had
did.
one little sip of something. I didn't get much.
You got the whole sample thing that the rest of us did. $5 a person. Or maybe it was free and you got $5 off of what you bought. But you did
I didn't drink
get the tasting. Anyway, we got to taste all different kinds of moonshine. I want to say it was like 10 different flavors you got to choose and then purchase what you want. And then, of course, what else would we do but go eat dinner?
A Mexican, imagine that.
Yeah, it was called like Tequila Spice Grill
Tequila Spice, Mex Grill, and Cantina.
Cantina, Mexican Grill and Cantina. It was really good, and they were very accommodating because there was like 16 or 18 of us. They managed to get us all. We had to sit at 2 tables, but they were big tables, so they got us kind of all in the same area anyway. So that was fun. My dog is jumping up on me, Paisley. Sorry,
Good old Paisley. Everybody
Yeah.
wanted her to have a dog, and here she is. So
she's a little.
we got to live with it.
For our second full day, it was breakfast at Mike and Joyce's, which means
Mike has volunteered. Mike volunteered. I don't care what he
Sometimes
says.
he says he didn't volunteer.
Stuck.
No, I
You've been-
I got volunteered.
I didn't volunteer you.
You didn't hear me volunteer it. I said,
But you do the best at it, man.
Yeah, because you're not doing it.
So I don't know. Maybe we volunteer him. Maybe Joyce volunteers him. Maybe he volunteers. But
Mike, I know you liked it. I
he
know you
gets his
enjoyed it.
wax stone out and he cooks all the bacon, the sausage. If we're doing eggs, he'll do the eggs. If we're doing pancakes, he does the pancakes with chocolate chips. If we're doing waffles, I bring the waffle iron. Joyce and I stay inside and do waffles, and he's outside doing bacon and sausage. But basically, he's the chef, and the rest of us bring the stuff.
Was it good?
Yeah,
What was your favorite thing you ate?
pancakes.
With chocolate chips? Look at that. Is that yours, Mason? Nice hair, buddy. You got it going on. Where's your glasses?
I just woke up, so I forgot.
I know. What are you doing sleeping so late? Were you tired?
No, what time is it even?
It's 10 o'clock. 9:40.
So while he was making all that, Robert was trying to make some mimosas. And when I say trying to make mimosas,
I mean, he made them.
he made them, but it took a little while to get started because I don't know if you guys saw a video a while ago. He was trying to get something open, and
It was mimosas at another stuff.
he can't get the cork off.
This one don't want to come off. The other one blew up.
It's a theme. So Anne makes the mimosas, but he has to open the champagne. So that's the game, is him trying to open the champagne.
And it's fun watching him. So
And so it was pretty much a hangout around the park day. The kids did the pool, the jumping pillow. I think there was some bike riding going on. There were a lot of things. And then that evening, Autumn had already reserved us spots. Everybody that wanted to go, we did the Hatfield and McCoy dinner theater. I don't think anybody in our group had ever been. I know I'd never been. I didn't
we wanted
really
to
know
go-
what to expect.
We were talking about going many times when we go there. We see it and we pass it.
Yeah.
So this time somebody said, let's go there. And we said, okay, let's do it.
They look like the Hatfield McCoys, don't we?
That one does. That one's terrible.
Don't even go there now.
Don't even go there now.
Don't even start that.
Oh, you're so country.
I'm from the country.
Hey, why are you here?
Because we can.
My dog still has not been done yet.
We're gonna do her.
When? We're leave
Get her
tomorrow.
done. No, you ain't leaving tomorrow.
Oh, what are you coming for?
Gracie got done. And
Mad.
she smells so pretty.
Imagine that.
So we got a big group and we decided to go over there. And it
It
was
was a fun time. I feel like if you've
I
done
didn't know
it
what
once,
you expect when you did it.
I didn't either. And I feel like if you've done it once, you've done it. I don't need to do it again. But it was a good time. They set us at tables, up, like instead of theater seating, there were tables on different levels. And it was all you can eat. They brought it to your table while you watched kind of a little, I mean, I guess it wasn't kind of. It
It's a
was a
little play.
theatrical performance of the Hatfield McCoy.
It was pretty good.
Because they're the rival families kind of things.
Yo, Horton, give me a Spam can.
So it was a good time. The food was okay. Like, it was good. It was not like a gourmet meal or anything, but we had a good time. So we had to sit at tables of 4, which that was kind of good for our group because it split some people up with people they didn't necessarily know and gave them a chance to get to know each other better, which is kind of what it's all about. So that was a good time. We had a fun time. We weren't out too late. And then we talked about doing a mountain coaster, but it was rainy, so we didn't do
It
that.
rained a lot for us out there.
But there's
this-
always
this
hope
trip.
that the next day we could do that. But tomorrow is the big day.
It's almost
Time for this to all be gone.
It's almost the end of our crawl. Today, this is officially probably the last day you'll see all this stuff in our camper. What is all that stuff?
It's food. It's prizes for giveaways. It's food. It's
There's
coffee.
food up there.
It's coffee. have a breakfast this morning. We're having sponsored breakfast, sponsored lunch, and then a potluck. So this is pretty much the sponsored food, drinks, plates, napkins, all the stuff that goes with that. And then all of our people that have sent prizes, Rec Pro More Ride, Coffee.
Well, you
I
didn't.
just can't even.
You didn't even tell us who got us all this stuff.
So Weighsafe, my brain's not quite working this morning. Weighsafe is sponsoring lunch, and they sponsored breakfast at Endless Caverns, and we had enough money for all of that we added a smidge, and we got breakfast today as well. So, most of this has been Weighsafe food to feed our people, and Braxton from Weighsafe is going to be here today to talk. Also today we have Jeff and Tina Arnold, who are tank rangers of Eastern Florida, so they clean your tanks.
They haven't got to ours yet.
Yeah, but they're going.
They're saving the best for
I
last.
think we're on the schedule for Friday. We've had to reschedule a couple times because of us. But they're going to give a little demonstration. Braxton's going to give a little demonstration today. Then we're going to have a potluck for the whole group. Probably some cornhole.
It's just going to be a long
It's just going to be a busy day, which is great. Everybody's going to have fun, and my garage is going to come back to
garage. Look at
to the way it should be. Yeah. So.
It's
anyway.
flowing over to out here
Yeah. Well, it is. So.
and here,
But this is just refrigerated stuff. That's
but it's
gotta go
still
somewhere.
stuff.
But it's going to be okay, and everything's going to go today, and everybody's going to have a good time. Nobody's going to leave hungry.
The only downside today is raining.
It is raining. And so let's just do a side note about that. We're at Sun Outdoors Pigeon Forge. We've never been here before. We really like the park. All the sites are big. The road is big. Like, it's easy to get in and out of your sites. They have a huge pavilion, which is where we were supposed to be. And we were going to stay there even though they were calling for rain. But they have a big convention center. Like, it's a big building. They were going to let us have the whole thing. We went and looked at it. I'm like, we just need half because there's a church that uses it. So I'm like, no, we'll just take half. They have a full kitchen and everything. So she said, oh no, it's going to rain. We're going to put y'all in there so you don't have to deal with it. Even if it rains all day and into the night when we're trying to play cornhole, there's room in there for them to do that. So I'm looking forward to, once we get there, we'll stay dry and we'll have a good time.
Had Mike and Jeff and Derek all brought their Blackstones up, and maybe Ray, and they cooked the bacon and the sausage. I prepared the pancake batter.
And
they cooked the pancake
country
batters.
ham.
And country
Finally,
ham.
I got some salty country ham.
Yes. And so, Finest Camping partnered with Weighsafe, did breakfast, and then Weighsafe provided a hot dog hamburger lunch for everybody. And so we did that, and
They gave everybody
had the presentation.
Chance, they got their chance to talk about Weighsafe and how their hitches and stuff help you
Tow
basically tow
safely.
safely, which it shows you the pin weight of your towing, what you're towing and stuff, so it has a gauge so you can kind of see it. So he had a little demonstration with the treadmill that shows you different places that you put your load.
That's
on
my
your trailer
favorite
and
thing
it
about the
moves around.
presentation is having the little thing to show
And
you.
then we let the tank rangers spoke about
Right.
tank cleaning. So
We didn't let them speak during a meal, just to be clear. They got to speak between breakfast and lunch while nobody was eating, because nobody really wants to talk about cleaning your black tanks while you're eating. But it was perfectly fine for Braxton with Weighsafe to talk while he ate, because we were just talking about trailer safety. And then, as if we hadn't eaten enough, we had a potluck, which was a
We
huge
eat a lot,
success.
guys.
We even had somebody that wasn't a part of our group, but that we met while we were there, come join us for the potluck. So that was kind of cool too. And then we got to go do the mountain coaster.
while we're all overweight, we got to go up and go to the mountain coaster.
But we got to do it at night, which in my opinion is cool because you kind of don't know where you're going.
It's a lot
So
better at night. We've done them in the daytime. We've done it
I
at
feel
night.
like it's more fun at night. So we did that, and I guess we didn't have ice cream that night, but there was a night somewhere along the way that we had ice cream, and ice cream's always important. I only throw that in
Ice cream
because
is
it
not
was
important.
It was right there near the mountain coaster place. So maybe it was the next night. I can't keep it all together. I know we had ice cream twice while we were there at that same place, which was cool. It was soft serve, but it was different flavors, which you don't always get. Usually it's like chocolate
I
vanilla or
don't care about
chocolate
some
vanilla
ice
swirl.
cream, so I don't even really know the difference. Ice cream is ice cream to me.
I mean, I think it was good. I think it was a good time. And then probably Jimmy's favorite day. Favorite.
We got to go eat.
No.
Oh. We got to ride go-karts. So we went to the NASCAR go-kart track that we've been to a couple of times. But we had a lot of people here this time.
Yes.
So we were able to basically take over the whole track.
Like we could, they would let us wait so we could all get on together, and basically we would fill each race up. It was fun, and we broke only long enough to go to lunch.
Oh, it was an all-day event, guys. So you buy the pass for $30 or $40 or whatever it was per person, and you can just ride and go all through there over and over and over again. So, of course, we found the tracks that we all liked, and we all got in there, and we made it pretty competitive.
Yep.
Where we were bumping and moving people out of the way. And
No way. No bumping. You're not allowed to bump.
Oh yeah, cut that. We didn't bump. So we
No
didn't.
bumping.
There was no bump because I said we wouldn't bump.
No contact with other carts. It's a rule.
We didn't contact.
But we did go get ice cream afterwards. Now I remember. We did ice cream after go-karts. That's what it was. Yeah.
So that was a fun day there. So we got, the day was just full of things to do, all the way from breakfast all the way to go-karts to ice cream.
And we had a couple join us that we hadn't seen in a while. They hadn't been able to come to our last couple of events. They had some family stuff going on that prevented them from being able to come, but they came down for the day and spent the night. So they didn't do go-karts with us.
But they went.
But they did do
go-karts.
ice cream with us.
And they went to go-karts the next day.
And then the next day, they told us about a place we should go for breakfast. So pretty much the whole group went for breakfast to Oak
Farm Kitchen.
Okay, Oak Farm Kitchen. I know it had to do with a tree.
It's kind of like a Cracker Barrel to me. It looked
on
like
steroids.
Yes.
The portions, the food was like the same type of home style cooking that you would get a Cracker Barrel, but the portions were huge, and they had like a cinnamon roll that somebody got. It was more like an appetizer. I promise you, it was in like an 8 or 9 inch cake pan. One cinnamon roll. It was that big, so we cut it in little pieces and we all shared it. It was just a lot. It was a lot of food.
Can you tell the person that loves the sweets and the person that loves the food?
It was a lot of food. I think you ate there too. You had like country fried steak
I did,
or
but
something
we're talking about
with all
sweets.
kinds of meats.
That's it. Meat
and
and
you
food,
have meats.
sweets.
So, but it was a good time. We did that. And then they got to go ride go-karts and take their little grandson. He's so stinking cute. A couple of people had to leave.
Yep.
Because by this time, it's people that have a 2-day drive home have to hit on the road. And so they did.
And then we had a little impromptu food dinner again that night, where everybody got together. And basically what we did that night, we just said, whatever you have left in your refrigerator you were going to throw away, let's all pile it in together and let's just do a potluck there. And that was kind of the sad day, the sad night, because that's where it all ended.
That's where everybody kind of said goodbye. There was a lot of hugs and see you next time. And it's always good. And it's good to see the people that have known each other for a while. But it's also good to see the new people who none of us knew before, but quickly became a part of the village. And it was bittersweet. It was bittersweet to see it come to an end. We had a great week. And it wasn't just the end of
a great week and a great crawl, 59 days.
It was the end of the crawl. So, yeah, it was a good time. I don't think Pigeon Forge ever disappoints. Like, it's a fun time. I feel like there's an overload of things to do in that area. And you're never going to get them.
It's kind of expensive too, guys.
It can get expensive fast. And you can never get it all done because there's so many options. So, like, last time we did Titanic, there's like a Titanic experience. I would recommend that. I don't know that we would do it again, but I would recommend it. It was very educational, informative. I'm not sure the right word. But this time we did Hatfield and McCoy. Again, I don't think we need to do that again, but we'll find something fun to get into next time. There is one thing they always do. We always do golf. Go-karts. I always want to say golf carts.
Golf carts. We did golf cart hopping and driving.
We always do go-karts. Anywhere there's go-karts, he's going to do go-karts. And that's, I guess, because it's good for kids and adults. It's not just for the littles. And that go-kart track had some that were only for the little kids, some that was for kind of in the middle, like the kids could ride with adults, and some that were, this height up, which was pretty much adults.
And then the big ones
only.
that you had to get in and put helmets on, you had to have your driver's license and all that. And they were kind of expensive.
Well, and they had rides and stuff too there, right? They had a couple little mini roller coasters and rides over across the walkway. And then inside, of course, they have like the games and, where you get like tickets and you go buy junk with the tickets, that kind of thing. So all in all, I think it was a good experience. It was a good camp out. We will probably go back to that campground again because we really enjoyed our time there. And you know, like our people are fun, so
And it's over and
we'll
it's done,
do
guys. So that was the crawl. Glad you guys stuck around that whole time to see the crawl all the way across the country. This was the last camp out. And that's it.
It's
so
over.
you guys have seen it, all of it. I'm glad you guys followed us around. And until the next time you guys find us camping.
Safe travels, y'all.